60 years. And then he's never wanted to go anywhere else. He's obviously had opportunities the last couple of years with the portal, but this is home to him, and he wants to finish out and pretty much own every passing record in SMU history after next season.
Rhett Lashley is, really Sonny Dykes. We look at Sonny because Sonny was here for a number of years as the offensive coordinator before he started his head coaching career. He helped to put this university in the position where they were to win, 30 games, I think, now in the last 3 years. Where has this program come from since when Sonny took it over to now?
Obviously leaps and bounds, and including a move to a Power 4 conference on top of it all. And there's no doubt with Rhett Lashley being here, we got to give credit to Sonny Dykes for that. Fans at SMU don't like it because Sonny went cross town to the rivals. But, I mean, he brought in Rhett Lashley to be the offensive coordinator here, and I don't think Rhett's coming back to be the head coach here if he hadn't been here before. So he definitely laid the foundation. But Rhett's taken the position and run with it. He's made it his own, getting to the CFP last year, just being real close to having another shot at it this year, if not losing in the final minute of the Cal game about a month ago. It's been a tremendous ride so quickly to the top, or near the top at least, in a Power 4 league like the ACC.
We're joined by Rich Phillips. He's the play-by-play man for the SMU Mustangs. Casey Wood's going to coach his final game as the offensive coordinator before he heads over to Missouri State. What will we expect from this offense and the way that he calls the game today?
I think it'll be much the same. You know, everybody thinks they just throw the ball around a lot, but they want to run the football too. Yeah. TJ Harden has been here just this year after transferring in from UCLA. He's been solid, but they've got probably a total of 4 backs that we'll see in this evening's game. They want to establish the run and use the pass off to that. Kevin obviously has been very efficient throwing the football, but a lot of it's based on the fact that they can run the ball and they can keep control of the game a little bit that way.
Obviously, the big talk about all these games, Rich, is opt-outs. What are you anticipating from your club? Who may play, who may not play, if you know?
A couple of guys, and some of it's injury-related. R.J. Maryland, the tight end, he's been fighting all year coming back from an ACL last year. He's going to sit out tonight. And Romello Brinson, one of their starting wide receivers, he got hurt in the last game against Cal, and he's out. And then their best safety, Isaiah Wachovia, had shoulder surgery last week. He's out. Other than that, I don't know of anybody else who's opting out. I think we're pretty much going to be at full strength for tonight.
Awesome, Rich. Hey, we know you got to get going. Have a great call tonight, and best of luck the rest of the season.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, that's Rich Phillips. He is the play-by-play man for the SMU Mustangs, a team that comes in here tonight against the Arizona Wildcats. Again, we talked about last year, coming off a chance to go to the playoff last year in its first year of existence, and now following that up with a pretty impressive bowl stint. Again, this is a program, guys, that has won. We talk about us winning 10 games. They've won 11 twice in the last few years. So, solid what this SMU program has been able to bounce back from. We go all the way back to the 80s, and like you mentioned, we're going to have David Adams on here coming up. He played in that bowl game. That was when SMU football, post Eric Dickerson, post Craig James, was at the height of the Pony Express, and then the death penalty really kind of shook that program for a number of years. But Glenn, now they're coming back and really doing well.
Yeah, and what they have is the NILs. I mean, they got the what do they call it? SMU, Southern Millionaires University. Okay, so it's like come on, man, they're going to be all right.
Yeah,
man. They're going to get back quick. And if they have a winning program, a winning coach, and they have some fans that some of those guys that left the program and didn't want to be part of the program, and now when you're winning, you get people that want to come back. You might have grandkids or uncles or nephews of these guys that used to run that program at SMU that are now, their kids are grown and they want to get back and get that legacy going again. So they have a great opportunity to get back into the game and compete for playoff spots.
Yeah. JDM, I'm hearing something in the background here. I'm not sure exactly what that is. If you could check on that for us. It sounds like
that's Kelvin's.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I forgot Kelvin is on the phone with us as well today versus in studio. Kelvin, obviously you're from down in that area. I mean, talk about the legacy of this program SMU, and back when you were coming up, which is obviously was kind of during the post years of the death penalty, and how they've kind of rebuilt their stature there in Dallas.
Man, what's crazy as a kid, you always wanted to go to SMU because it was the school in Dallas where you could play at home and get a chance to play in front of your family. But like you said, they ended up getting the death penalty. So the dream of playing basketball and football there, it wasn't going to be realized, so I had to, come out, west to Arizona. But with that being said, the reason why that they are, rising back to the top is because now all those kids that left to go to the Notre Dames and the Michigans and the University of Texas and all the schools around the country, they're staying home now. Football in Southern Dallas right now, in Dallas, period, they have like 3 state champions in the state of Texas, where it takes 16 or 17 games to win a state championship. So guys are staying home and starting with the quarterback himself. He's a South Oak Cliff kid. As they said, won his first state championship. So, keeping guys like Kevin Jennings there and now they're participating for their home team. They even wear Dallas on their front shirts now. They, you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. Yeah, they wear Dallas, and on their helmet they have triple D. So it's one of those things where they are smart and they're keeping the kids from that 214 and 817 at home.
Now, triple D, what are the other 2 Ds? You said triple D?
Well, they're just saying it's the big D.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So you said triple. It's like you said 3 times because, Detroit, got a lot of different people say they the big D. But, yeah, okay.
You mentioned, obviously, Kevin Jennings. We talked about that with Rich Phillips. He's a quarterback that's obviously been in this program. Local kid, loyal. Is going to come back, obviously, and play again next year. He's came out a couple weeks ago and said, yeah, absolutely, I'm back. There's no other place I want to finish my career than finishing it here as a Mustang. And Seth Dagey talked about that, just how important it is for a program to have a quarterback like a Kevin Jennings in SMU and to have a quarterback like a Noah Fafita here at the University of Arizona.
It's huge, especially if they're, obviously if they're extremely talented like Jennings is and like Fafita is. I think you can hear Noah talk about it all the time, like it's going to be so awesome to be in a system in year 2. He's never been in a system. He's been like Fish, obviously, that system for a little bit, but he was so young. But he's just so excited that there's going to be some stability in his life when it comes to football. And I think that's huge for any quarterback, regardless, of the year in the program. If you can have your quarterback coming back, that's big time. Obviously for SMU and for us, these guys are talented. So those guys are high dollar prospects in the portal, and obviously if they're in the portal, you're fighting everybody in the country that needs a quarterback for them. Well, I think SMU and then as well as us, we're lucky because we have guys already in that want to be here. They're not chasing more money. They value stability. They value their teammates. They value the coaching. They value the scheme, and they value the university, and they value the town that they're in. I think that's huge. I think that goes a long ways. And I think in today's age and what college football is now, that's rare because you see all these big-time guys getting in the portal. And who knows why, right? Like you can't judge everybody's situation. I just know our guy loves it here. He loves the University of Arizona, and he loves playing for Brent Brennan, and he loves his teammates. And I'm excited to coach him, obviously. I got one of the better ones in the country, so I'm excited that he's going to be back.
And Kevin Jennings, a guy that can run the football as well as pass it, 204 yards rushing this season, to go along with the fact that he is the second all-time passing touchdown thrower at SMU, second all-time in yards, fourth all-time in touchdown passes. He's definitely going to be a guy who cements his legacy here at that particular school. And but the good news is that he had to throw for 300 yards to beat Miami, and Arizona has not given up a 300-yard passer all season long. He'll have to do that today, probably, to have a chance to beat the Wildcats as well. It is Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. We are coming to you live here from the Snapdragon Stadium. We're on the east lawn of the complex here. The U of A tailgate party gets underway here at 2 o'clock Eastern, or local, 2 o'clock West Coast time, which will be 3 o'clock back in Tucson. So a lot of folks starting to line up and arrive for the tailgate party here. So it should be a whole lot of fun. Again, the weather has lightened up. We're seeing some sun today here. There are some clouds in the area, but so far, no threat of rain here in San Diego. Kelvin Ifan back in Tucson. Glenn Howell with me here in San Diego. It is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. I'm David Kelly. You are listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit kaisergarage.com to learn more.
From offices and warehouses to retail spaces and restaurants, the right lighting transforms your environment. At Arizona Commercial Lighting, we've been proudly locally owned and operated for nearly 40 years. Our extensive inventory of in-stock lighting solutions is designed to meet both commercial and residential needs, with quality, variety, and value you won't find anywhere else. Visit us at 1436 East 17th Street or explore our offerings online at azcommerciallighting.com. Be sure to ask about available TEP rebates. Arizona Commercial Lighting, powering business through precision lighting.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of five-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Back your hometown favorite. Get your very own exclusive University of Arizona debit card from Hughes Federal Credit Union. Pair your new card with a free checking account that earns dividends with no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and convenient 24/7 online and mobile banking. Visit one of our 7 convenient branch locations to get your card instantly, or open an account online at hughesfcu.org/wildcats. Show your Wildcat spirit all year long with Hughes Federal Credit Union. Certain restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
As the new year begins, Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing would like to thank you for allowing us to serve Tucson and the surrounding communities for the past 25 years. Whether it is a small water leak or a full air conditioning replacement, we do it all, big or small. For professional service, call Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 or make your appointment online at picturoxcooling.com.
Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at coolwillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats radio broadcast. 2 powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. coolwillies.com.
Discover Rocking K, a
30
community
seconds.
designed by nature, built for you. Embrace the beauty of the Rincon Mountains' high desert foothills. Explore natural open space, a network of connecting trails, and a community park. Bordering Saguaro National Park, Rocking K is conveniently located to our region's major employers and nationally recognized Vail School District. Tour 10 model homes by 4 award-winning builders and discover why more people are calling Rocking K home. LiveRockingK.com. Proud sponsor of the U of A radio broadcast.
Our Window Depot coverage of UA football continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day pregame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now back to your hosts, David Kelly, the tight end Glenn Howell, and the captain, Calvin Ifan. Let's go In the Huddle with Arizona letterman Len Howell. In the Huddle with Howell is brought to you by Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates. Kaiser, with over 30 years of serving Southern Arizona.
Welcome to In the Huddle with Howell, brought to you by Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates, serving Southern Arizona for 30 plus.
Glenn's over there
30.
entertaining people.
Yeah.
We got to get him back. Get him back to work over here. He's got his boys.
And bringing in the huddle today, we got my boy Sweet D, David Adams. Dave, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm over here. I was over here talking to Steve Justice and Craig Vessling, man. Those guys, they say hello. They're over here. We're just like chopping it up. So, Dave, man, how was your New Year?
Everything was fine.
Everything good?
Stayed home and just made sure that I was safe.
Yeah, I hear you. So, hey, Dave, so we were talking about SMU, and I said, the last time that we played SMU was in 1985. And you had a pretty decent game that game, man. I mean, it was like I think your stats were like 22 carries for 136 yards. Not a bad day.
Of course not, dude. I don't have bad days.
Yeah. So tell me how was that game for you?
David Adams has never had a bad
I know he's never had a bad game. Tell me how are you feeling? Look, first, let's get back to. How are we when we went into that game? I remember Coach Smith, everybody telling us that there's no way everybody thinks that we can't beat these guys.
Yeah, it was. They were ranked number 3 in the country, and everybody just thought that we were there just to build up their stats. And it really turned out the other way around because even our coaching staff was somewhat afraid. The running back coach, your favorite coach, Clarence Shellman, came into the meeting room and told the backs, you guys want to see running backs, wait till you see these backs from SMU. And I'm like, that's a strange comment to make.
Yeah, that is a strange.
But I didn't think nothing of it, and it ended up, matter of fact, I outrushed both of their top backs combined who were first-round draft choices. So I thought that, and after the game, I told them, you better go tell them to come watch me play, because
because it was. I think it was one of their running backs was Dupree, or what was his name? Dupree,
yeah,
I think.
Dupar.
Yeah, Dupar. Yeah, Dupar. He was one of the top backs in the country and everything, and our defense shut them down. So
I think together they had like 125 and I had 136, and I thought that was interesting.
Yeah,
they were so great, but they could not rush me together.
Yeah. And Dave, I just remember that game that everybody was concerned about their defense and Jerry Ball, who was one of their top players then. And all I remember is that I just remember those guys looking really, really old.
But they were good players, but they just weren't better than us.
Yeah, they were good players, and I remember, and I was telling last week on one of our shows last week, I was talking about an incident that I remember getting in the huddle, and Joe Toffenmeyer and Vachekis came back into the huddle after we just ran a play where you probably ran for like 6 or 8 or something, and they were saying that they were just kicking Jerry Ball's butt. Do you remember that play in the huddle? Do you remember that? Because it was everybody was like, just like, oh my gosh. Do you remember that?
Jerry Ball was an All-American.
Yeah, he was all everything.
Yes, and a first-round draft choice, and they were just wearing his butt out.
Yeah, that's where I think Toffenmeyer. I think that's where Toffenmeyer made his name right there.
Well, I think they were overlooking us, and I think that they literally went out and had a great time the night before and didn't know what they were in for.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that game was a fun game going against those guys, and just being. I think it kind of solidified our team of how good we could be in that season.
Yeah, I agree. 85 wasn't the best season for me because I had to play with a lot of injuries. But I didn't miss any games, and it was a good time for us because we were just coming into our own as a team. So it was a really good time for us.
Dave Adams is our guest in the Huddle with Howell, brought to you by Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates. Kaiser serving Arizona for over 25 years. So, Dave, you look at this game here against SMU. They beat Miami, and then they lost to Cal at the end of the season. What do you think? What our team's going to have to do today to win this game?
Well, I think the main thing you got to do when you play teams with history is understand that you're playing 11 people that are there now. You're not playing, Eric Dickerson and Reggie DuPont. They're already gone. They're done. You're playing these 11 people over here that are human beings just like you. And that's when you go against anybody. You go against Notre Dame. You go against USC. A lot of people start playing history.
Yeah.
And that's why they get beat.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great point because, when we played SC, when we should have won that game in LA in 84 where they called Parrish's touchdown back. Right. Everybody was like, SC was so good and everything. They were, the best team. And we were just pounding them, man. I mean, we were really pounding them pretty good. And that's what we did. We went in there with not playing the history of SC. We're playing SC, the guys up in front. And I think that's a great point that you're saying. We're not playing the history of SMU. We're playing the 11 guys in front. And I think that we had the personnel to really be very, very, very successful today.
Without a doubt. And like I said, a lot of people falling prey to those things. Oh, it's Notre Dame. Oh, it's Miami. No, it's 11 people that you're playing, 11 men against 11 men. And it happens the other way around too. Oh, it's just Arizona, so we don't have to be ready. Well, it's 11 on 11. Let's do this.
Yeah, and Dave, you what do you think about how our backs have been doing this year, the way they've been running and how they've been contributing, and talk about how difficult it is to be sharing the ball so much. I know you didn't like that, and how difficult that is, and it shows how close these guys are.
Well, I think, sometimes you have no choice but to be running back by committee because that's what the coaching staff wants to project. I personally don't like that. I think you got one guy, and if he possibly gets tired, you may substitute him. But I think it's much better for a player to be the man, get the flow of the game, and be able to make things happen. Because you could have a 15-yard run and they take you out. You could slip and have a 2-yard run, but you feel the flow of it and they take you out.
Yeah,
it's not a good way to play football. And it really, if a team can do that, they're more successful usually than a running back by committee.
Yeah, it's tough to play. It's tough to do that. I mean, because, in the day you want to get like 25, 30 carries, and it's in this day and age, there's guys like the guys at Alabama. There's some guys that had to wait 3-4 years before they even get their second carry, and they were still first rounders. That's the way it is now.
And, the other thing, Ben, is it's hard on the linemen, too, because one back hits the hole fast, one back hits the hole slow, one back bounces it out. So it's hard to get a flow when you got changing running backs all the time for the offensive line as well.
Yeah, that's true. Dave Adams is our guest in the Huddle with Howell, brought to you by Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates. Kaiser serving Arizona for over 25 years.
David Kelly here, obviously San Diego. We lost another one of our Wildcats recently. Charles McKee passed away. You had posted about his passing this last week. Tell the folks a little bit about Charles, the person he was, the player he was, and what we meant to his teammates.
Well, one of the things he always did, he always called me David. He never called me Dave like some people do, and they know that I hate to be called Dave. They do that, but he never did that. That was a very important thing, especially coming from a David, Mr. Kelly. But to be on the truthful side, he was a great man. He was always willing to help. He was a phenomenal athlete. When he started coaching us at Sunnyside, I mean, he would play basketball against us, wear us out. He would run routes against us, beat us deep. He was a phenomenal athlete and a great person. And not only will he be missed, he will also be really cherished for giving back to the community and always willing to help people. That's what I remember about him. And I met him in 1980, so he's just a phenomenal person.
Now, didn't he play basketball too at the U of A? If I remember.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah,
Charlie was a heck of an athlete, man. He was a great wide receiver. And, and he was also a basketball player.
Yeah.
And he was always around us when I came to University of Arizona. I used to see him around all the time. I mean, he was at practice all the time. Coach
and the
Smith
thing about
left.
it was like, we couldn't play back when they came out. Freshmen didn't play, so that's why he was on the basketball team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was.
I mean, phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal athlete, good guy, gave you some good advice. Was always there to talk to you if you needed it. So it's going to be it's a loss for him, for our Wildcat family and the family of the McKees. Charlie and his family. But there's a lot of guys that he has touched through the University of Arizona. I'm talking about all the football players and the basketball players.
Reggie McGill was his nephew.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Reggie McGill was his nephew. And the thing about it is, with him, is because he wasn't impressed by who you were, that helps. When people are around, oh my God, this is so-and-so. Oh, this is so-and-so. And they're always introducing you to people. They're more impressed with who you are than the person that you are. And he never got mixed up in that. And that's because he was a superstar.
Absolutely.
So that goes a long way.
Absolutely. So you'll let us know, Dave,
whenever I get anything.
Yeah, when you hear anything,
call you.
Let us know about that so we can post that, and I think that will be a well-attended memorial service for Charlie McKee and Jabari.
And David, condolences obviously you as well on the recent passing of your sister.
Thank you. I appreciate that. December was a tough month.
Yeah.
Sure was.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, 2026 hopefully will be a much better year for sure.
Well, I think it will be once I get you guys to stop calling me Dave. That's an improvement.
Well, David, thanks a lot for coming on. Our thanks to Wildcat alumni David Adams, better known as Sweet D.
Sweet D.
For joining us on This Week in the Huddle. Appreciate you, my brother. Love you, and we'll see you. We'll see you soon.
I'm looking forward to it, man. You guys have a great game over there, and go Wildcats.
Bear down.
That's In the Huddle with Howell. In the Huddle with Glenn Howell is brought to you by Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates. Kaiser, with over 30 years of serving Southern Arizona.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
We are the rush, the pulse, the thrill you didn't see coming. Welcome to Club Soul at Casino del Sol, where Tucson's best just got better. Join Club Soul today and get $20 free play. That's right, your first play is on us. Play, earn, and unlock exclusive rewards that take your experience to the next level. More thrills, more perks, more of what makes Casino del Sol unforgettable. We are Club Soul, only at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No, they use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope, only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
The garage is more than a place to park your car. It holds prized possessions, and for most, it's a bustling entryway to the home. That's why LiftMaster designed the first ever opener with a built-in wide-angle camera and two-way audio, so you can see what matters and secure what's inside. Ensure your family and prized possessions are secure with a reliable garage door opener that's built to last and powered by...
Nobody covers your Cats like we do, with press conferences, coaches shows, and play-by-play.
It is over. Cats have won it.
We bring you all the stories, highlights, and analysis of your Arizona Wildcats. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Find mom's best gift at Target. Now through Mother's Day, get up to 40% off gifts for her. Discover trendy apparel and swimwear that'll elevate any wardrobe. Jewelry that'll make her smile shine brighter, and even chocolate that'll turn any moment into something sweeter. There are endless options to choose from to show her she's the best. Hurry! Save 20 to 40% on select apparel, jewelry, chocolates, and more this Mother's Day only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Once upon a time, our family had trouble with pests around our home. Did you know that stinging insects send tons of people to the hospital? And teeny ticks and mosquitoes can be all around the yard. Their bites can make people and their pets sick. Mice, rats, and roaches need food and water just like us. You do not want them to visit. They can spread disease and make it hard to breathe. I'm sure glad this story has a happy ending.
Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
It's DK on the Sports Tip. Did you hear what we were talking about?
Doing a lot of around the house work. New tub. We had to break up the concrete, reset the pipe.
You're going to start your own show?
Not a chance. I'm not a big HGTV guy.
How much of that work are you doing yourself?
The stripping was kind of my job. I ended up taking the
stripping?
I took
You're
out the
stripping?
linoleum. I stripped out the
Am
linoleum.
I not paying you enough money that you've got to strip for a living? DK on the Sports Tip, Monday through Fridays at 3, right here on Wildcats Radio, 1290.
At Straight Talk, we are all about no-brainers. Calling Grandma for her recipe, no-brainer. Streaming one more episode at 2 a.m., big no-brainer. Getting real unlimited data where you buy bananas, the ultimate no-brainer. Switch now and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. Straight Talk, real
Over
unlimited.
the 45 to midfield, breaking a tackle to the 45, still loose at the 40, cuts to midfield, Spivey in the open to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Arizona. Trey Spivey breaking tackles left and right, reminiscent of his opening touchdown at Houston, and gives the Wildcats a 6-0 lead.
Let's take a look at the Right Way Rundown and see what's coming up on our pregame show. Brought to you by Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Doing things the right way.
All right, hour number 2 of our show here. The Arizona tailgate is open for business here, and we are on the east lawn. We are right next to the Arizona Alumni Tailgate Party. So stop on by if you are in the area here. This is the East Lawn. So it sounds like we got a band going on the other side of us.
And they're
here.
pouring off that.
Yeah, so
tram.
they've got the trolley here.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because it's similar to the old Jack Murphy or Qualcomm or whatever where they had the train. But I sure hope that I was told, because last time when we were here in 2010, it took forever for people to get home off of that train that was out at Qualcomm. Like literally that year, because my wife is here with us this year. She was with us back then in 2010. We did the entire network post game. She left before the game ended, and we got back to the hotel before she did. That's how clogged up it was for folks leaving Qualcomm that night, and when the Wildcats lost to Nebraska. And it was kind of it was rainy, kind of a similar situation that night as well. But I'm told that this is a much better system. There's more trains that come through, so it should be a pretty easy situation getting in and out of Snapdragon Stadium
used to be right here, right?
I think it was further out. I always remember being further out than just where we are now. I could be mistaken, but I don't think it was here. I don't
Qualcomm. This is where they built.
Is it the same?
Yeah,
it's the same lot.
Yeah. Same,
okay.
Because this is where the tram was.
Well, maybe it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe I have no idea. I don't know for sure. I thought it was further away than what I remember from downtown San Diego. But whatever. It's better than it was. I'm told it's better. I'm told. I don't know because I haven't taken it. Yeah. But I'm told it's a better transit system than it was if you were here in 2010.
And the guys that were just here, Steve Justice and Craig Vestling, said that they were downtown at the parade of their, before the game.
Right.
They said it was just absolutely packed.
Wow.
With Arizona fans. They were there, and they're all coming on this thing.
Nice.
On the train. So.
All right, so we're going to take a look at our offense here in this segment. We'll peek into the defense. That is brought to you by Rocking K, a master plan community. We'll go inside the captain's corner. Trunk candidate, who's had some bowl experience, is scheduled to join us on the show as well. We'll have DK with BP, my BB, I should say. My thoughts and questions to the head coach of your Arizona Wildcats. A lot about the recruiting, Wildcats' most recent recruiting class. Pretty nice ranking to this point, number 7 in the Big 12 out of 16 teams. Nothing wrong with that as well, considering first couple classes were in the low teens. So starting to get better on that side. Who will be that SMU Mustang that gets underneath the Wildcats' skin today? It's your Pest of the Game, brought to you by Essential Pest Control. Can we beat the books? Arizona actually is now an underdog in this game versus they were a favorite coming in yesterday. Arizona getting 1.5 today. Your over-under right now is 51.5 points. So we'll find out in this final edition of Beat the Books how we can come out on that one. Keys to the game as well, brought to you by Royal Automotive before we get out of here and turn it over to Kyle Quinn and Brody Dryden with the ASE Countdown to Kickoff show coming up for you at 5 o'clock. All right, let's dive into what's happening on the offensive side of the ball for your Wildcats.
Here is the offensive scouting report for today's game.
The feet up, gun, takes the snap, firing, corner of the end zone. Kopp breaks away at the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
The offensive scouting report is brought to you by O'Reilly Chevrolet. Get more with O'Reilly Chevrolet.
You heard the highlight at the top involving Trey Spivey, who went on a little bit of a tear mid-season. He basically scored all 6 of his touchdowns in a 4-game stretch this season, but has not found the end zone lately, has battled some injuries in and out throughout this season, but definitely a guy that has been a top target for Noah Fafita this year, and a guy you'd love to see Noah try to get the ball back to a little bit more. Trey is just transferring from Kansas State, talking about how hard he has worked to get to this place.
I think that just understanding the field, understanding coverage, understanding leverage, those are huge factors in just me growing and finding ways to get myself open. I've always wanted to be a player that doesn't have to rely on only my physicality and just get covered up, and a ball's thrown to me, he makes a catch. I want to be a well-rounded receiver that can dominate in different areas as a receiver. So that was huge for me.
First of all, Trey Spivey, one of 29 Arizonans, native Arizonans that's on this roster at the University of Arizona. Guys, secondly, and I'll start with you, Kelvin, when he talks about understanding leverage, what's he referring to there that's important in that aspect of becoming a very good receiver at this level?
Well, leverage when you're 6'2" or 6'4", meaning that, a lot of these guys are shorter than him and they're able to get up under him. So he's having to play with lower pad level, meaning a little closer to the ground where he has a way where the guys can't get up under him and he's able to come in and out of his breaks.
Yeah, and also his leverage is going to be just being able to use his body to position himself to make those grabs that that are just overshadowing the guys because he's 6'4". He's 6'4.5", and that's a good thing that you want to hear from our players, that Bobby Wade is showing him these things, showing him the proper technique, and that's why I said that these coaches have been really, really good of showing the guys the small little things that are making them better players. And they are recognizing that these small things make you a better player, and they're taking more pride in working on those things in practice.
Let's hear from Trey Spivey, 21 catches. Luke Weissong also has 21 catches. So far on this team, there are 7 guys on this team with 19 or more catches this season. Gio Richardson has been climbing up that board in the late part of this season. Obviously, Chris Hudson has been phenomenal over the course of the last month or so, leads the way with 57 catches. Let's hear from just Luke Weissong on the depth of this wide receiver room that the Wildcats have.
We have a super deep receiver room, and we have so many guys that are so good at so many different things, and we all have our own skill set, and we all do things our own kind of way and have our own certain style and stuff like that. So really just for all of us, just whenever our opportunities come, we just all have to be ready for that. And it's not just me, it's really all the guys in the room. And I think that we all do a very good job of that, and just being able to maximize our opportunity. And Coach Bobby talks a lot about quality over quantity. So just whenever you're in there, no matter what you're doing, just make the most out of it, and you never know when your opportunity is going to come.
That is Luke Weissong talking about the depth of this wide receiver room, and we've got another special guest that we're going to welcome into the program here. Pleased to be joined by one of our favorite callers to the show. Doug in Tucson is here in San Diego, and he is ready to cheer on his Wildcat. Now, wait a minute, Doug. I think you told me you tweeted out you were going to be wearing the white holiday shirt. What happened?
Yeah.
You're not wearing that.
No, I did yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Okay.
For the whole SeaWorld band.
Okay.
So now, I swear to God, I'm wondering who this guy's walking in. Who is this guy? Right. And then I hear your voice, and I'm like, I know who this guy is, man. What's up? Yeah.
And who am I repping today?
Tui.
Willie Tui
Tama.
Willie
Tui Tama.
And,
absolutely.
And I waved at him this morning. He was on the parade float.
Oh, wow.
Yes, yeah. He was on the parade float with Ricky Hundley, and
nice.
I couldn't spot
and Craig Vessling.
Was that who it was?
That was Craig Vessling. Okay. Yeah. Right. They just told me because Ricky couldn't get all the way up to the top.
Oh no! Don't be mean now. I'm sure he can still.
Craig said he couldn't get to the top.
Oh man, it wasn't that high, but that's awesome. No, it was great to see. The band has done some awesome stuff here in town already.
Right.
Last night at SeaWorld, we had the band bash, and we had just hundreds and hundreds of U of A fans at SeaWorld.
So wasn't there a ton of people there this morning?
On the parade, thousands. Just thousands of people on the parade.
Yeah,
parade
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, both bands, I have to shout out SMU too. They've been doing a good job today.
I saw the SMU cheerleaders showed up at the Wildcat bar crawl or something last night.
Oh.
One of them, and they got shouted down by the Wildcat crowd.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, yeah, they were trying to do some cheers in the middle of our band show yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Their band was interrupting our band, and so we got a little.
What?
Really?
Just a little, fun, just having fun. So we did some U of A chants when they were doing their show, but. No, it's been a great time. I just got done boogie boarding,
Oh, really? Yeah.
Us desert.
We got
free. Yeah, Desiree. I heard Desiree did it.
Desiree was boogie boarding?
I saw well,
nice.
Not today, but a few days ago. They posted that.
They posted it that she was doing a boogie.
Well,
I was like,
they had her with
good.
the other AD from the SMU.
Yeah.
Some of the coaches coaching staff.
Yeah.
I think
We have
Brandon was
boogie
out
boards
there.
at our Airbnb. It's like we went into the closet at our Airbnb, and there's like 2 boogie boards in there. I'm like, man, I like San Diego. We need to come here. You know, how many times can you go get to an Airbnb and find like
boogie boards,
recreational toys to go out and play with here locally? How many bowl games have you been to, Doug?
I've been to this one 3 times. This will be
Okay,
my third time
game.
here.
Okay.
So I've been to I was there in '98, of course, and I was repping that shirt yesterday. And then unfortunately, I was here in the it was a 2008 debacle, and that was a cold, rainy night. But I've been to the New Mexico Bowl, the Vegas Bowl when Stoops finally broke us through. We got the 10-win season, the Fiesta Bowl up in what was that, against Boise State, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
God, that was a cold night.
That
was New Year's Eve.
That was New Year's Eve. Yeah,
that's indoors.
And it was cold indoors. I was like, I guess they don't turn on the heat here in the wintertime, because I was on the sideline before the game, and I'm like, man, and I felt bad for the cheerleaders from Boise State, because I don't think they realized that we do still have winter here sometimes in Arizona, because they looked like they were freezing that day.
Yeah, we just can't complain about this though. This
this is beautiful.
Oh my gosh, coming in last night, it was you couldn't even see the road more than 50 feet.
Oh yeah.
When we were driving in, the fog was so thick that it was just like I had to slow down. I got down to like 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, it was a little scary because you didn't want to run into the
back of somebody.
Truck or something. Yeah. But today it's 72 and sunny. It's just
beautiful.
Unbelievable. So I hope it stays this way the rest of the night. Knock on wood.
Yeah, exactly. Because it looks like it's moving that way. So hopefully.
Oh,
and then I didn't know Snapdragon was natural grass.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
so it is natural grass.
Yeah. So
okay.
that's not.
It's been well watered.
I know, but it's
going
to be different.
Oh gosh.
That's a factor right there.
And Kelvin, I just want you to know back in the studio that I had my radio on volume 38 on the way here, just for you. For good luck.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. Already, man. Already. That's my guy right there.
Well, you know, it's funny you mentioned, you guys mentioned obviously it's going to have the field and the wet conditions could have an effect on the kicking game. I want to play this one cut. It was a very interesting cut. I got to. I only have. I think it's at the JW. I think it's at the end here. I don't know if I have that up on the sheet that I'm looking at right now. But go to the cut. I believe it's in the 9 or 10 block where I believe it was Alex, one of the players from SMU, gave a very interesting take on the Wildcats scouting report. As he saw it.
O-line's big and physical. Special teams, they got a good kicker, strong kicker. I think it's like 95% touchbacks. So it's going to be a great challenge. We're really excited.
How many? Okay, so he didn't talk about Noah Fafita. Yeah. He didn't talk about the great defensive backs. Yeah. He said the offensive line is big and tough, and the kicker can kick the ball through the end zone. I mean, how many times do you hear that in a scouting report? I mean, our guy Ian Singer getting some love out there from the SMU Mustangs. I love it.
That guy has some leg.
And it's unfortunate.
Ian Wagner, not Singer. Wagner.
And unfortunate for Ian, that's not going to help him in the NFL. Because you got to pooch it up.
You got to put it in play now.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
Something tells me he'll be able to adjust.
He's going to have to.
He can make a field goal.
And hope if he can make a field goal, you're absolutely right. He'll make it some money.
But that's attention to detail in the scout. If they know that the kicker is almost 60 touchbacks and 68 kickoffs, that he's almost 90% in kickoffs. They're paying close attention to every aspect of the scouting report.
Hey, so David, I haven't been able to listen to the whole show. Have we gotten any word on people sitting out at all?
Not definitively. No, not definitively.
But the book has said it. The book has said it. Vegas.
The book flipped the line
we're
from 1.5 favorite to 1.5 underdog.
Yeah.
So they must
that record.
I think it's going to be. Go ahead, Kelvin.
Go ahead, Kelvin.
No, I was going to say the record said when you're 9-3. It's agents from everywhere coming for your guy.
Yeah.
And they're probably telling them not to play.
Yeah. I mean, I would be shocked if Traden plays today. I would be surprised if Dalton plays today. I think for the most part we'll see anybody that's coming back. I think is probably going to play.
Yeah.
But if any of those guys that believe they have a potential to be a draft pick, I would anticipate probably won't play in this game.
I mean, it's easy for us as me as a fan to judge, but at the same time, if I was 21 years old and had a chance to make a whole lot of money, you know, you don't want to risk it. So I get it. But, hey, we're going to back whoever's out there on the field today.
Yeah,
for sure.
and being an old school dude, I think that, you know, if you play hard and you play hard, you have a less risk of being injured, you know. So that's what I always think. Go ahead.
That's right, Glenn. You're right, Glenn. But I have to say the other side of that. I lost a lot of money when I hurt my ankle at practice, at the Holiday Bowl practice that I should have not been participating in. And Coach Tomlin told me not to practice, and I was playing Mr. Captain and trying to do what make sure that the younger guys understood how important practice was, and ended up getting my ankle rolled up on, and I ended up going undrafted when I had a third-round prediction. So that's a lot of money to lose, man, just because, you have a high ankle sprain and can't run your 40.
That's a tough break.
Absolutely.
Kelvin, how would your life have been different if you had not turned your ankle that day? I'm just curious. What would you have done? What would you have done with those paychecks?
Man,
TK, we got T-Money on
too many things, man. Too many great things, man, for sure.
There we go.
All right.
Doug, real quick, we gotta get to another call on a break. But what's your prediction? What do you want to see today?
This feels like kind of similar to '98. It could be a back and forth kind of game. I think that both quarterbacks can throw it a little bit and run it a little bit. I kind of look for a back and forth, maybe a 31-28 kind of finish, and I'm not even sure which team's going to wind up on the top of that, but hopefully it'll be the good guys.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, well, enjoy it. You got a good seat today?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, this place is only 35,000 seats. So I've heard there are
every seat is a good seat.
There aren't too many bad seats, but it'll be a great. I'll be in the corner by the band, and it'll be a really good time.
Very good.
Yeah, thanks
well,
for having me on.
Absolutely.
Thanks for
Doug in Tucson.
Pleasure meeting you, man.
I understand we've got T-Money on the line. You're on Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, the pregame show.
Thanks, Doug.
Hey, gentlemen, bear down. I just want to say thanks for everything, Glenn, Calvin, all you guys, man, taking care of us this season. I just want to say thanks, man. It's been a great season, and thanks for keeping our heads screwed on straight.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
We do it for you guys.
How come you're not here, T-Money? Why are you not here in San Diego?
Hey, man, I thought about it long and hard. I was there in '98. I'll have to get back there again.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but Calvin, I remember the effort that you gave, man, and nobody knew you had a high ankle sprain. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the Cats to eat tonight. I think Noah Fafita is going to go off. He's on his home turf, and
what's going on?
The Fafita clan's going to be there tonight. That's what I'm hearing. So go Cats, bear down, guys.
All right, T-Money, appreciate you chiming in. Indeed. 520-848-1290 is that number if you want to get in. 520-848-1290. You can call us. You can text us if you're listening on the stream. The stream seems to have stabled out, so we're good on YouTube right now. We may throw it up on Instagram here if we can as well here towards the latter part of the show if you want to partake on that. Let's get a break in here. That is our first look on the offensive side. We'll check the defensive side when we come back. Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
That's the Wildcats Offensive Scouting Report. The Offensive Scouting Report is brought to you by O'Reilly Chevrolet. Get more with O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Looking for quality windows without the wait? Come to the Window Depot. We carry a huge selection of Milgard windows, in stock now and ready for pickup. Need something custom? No problem. From new construction to full home replacement, we'll help you order the perfect Milgard windows built to fit your space, style, and budget. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the Window Depot makes it easy to get the windows you need fast. Visit thewindowdepot.com to find a location near you and see why we're your Milgard window experts.
Every year, I make it a habit to reflect on the many blessings in my life. This is Natalie Fernandez from Meridian Wealth Management, and we want to take a moment to thank our clients and the Tucson community for the trust you continue to place in us with your financial futures each and every day. As the year nears its end, all of us at Meridian would like to wish you and your families a very happy holiday season with your loved ones. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to all, and cheers to peace, health, and wealth in 2026.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, We've approached every case with a single focus. You. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Hey, Eugene, what's with the giant pile of scratcher tickets?
With these scratchers, I'll win enough dough to enroll in the UberTube car repair classes and finally know how to fix your car right.
Well, then keep on scratching, Eugene.
Good luck on that, guys. But if you need a sure thing, check out Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. No appointment necessary, call ahead's welcome, or just stop by any of the 14 area locations.
And check out our full page of promotions and discounts at jackfurriers.com.
Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care since 1960, here to get you there.
Hey, man. It's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
The holidays are here, and so are the Red Tag savings on new Chevrolets at O'Reilly Chevrolet. We've got Red Tag inventory and pricing on the latest Silverado, Equinox, and Traverse models, and yes, we have inventory. Get Red Tag O'Reilly pricing on brand new Chevys and unwrap great holiday deals and unbeatable pricing all season long. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or shop 24/7 at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Broadway in Tucson presents the 20th anniversary season featuring 7 Tucson premieres, including Disney's Beauty and the Beast, Hell's Kitchen, Moulin Rouge, The Wiz, Back to the Future, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and more. Secure your signature season tickets today and get the best seats at the lowest prices. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your 2025-2026 season tickets today.
All right, she's inside. Are you good?
Yeah, it's just, she's my baby girl,
I do, and ceramic coating was a good choice.
She's beautiful.
Yep, I know.
Recon Auto Detailing. Enhance or restore your baby to her former glory with paint recondition, ceramic coating, paint protection, tinting, and more for full protection of your vehicle inside and out. New cars, old cars, we love them all. Recon Auto Detailing, 3829 North Oracle Road, Tucson. ReconDetail.com.
Our Window Depot coverage of UA football continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day pregame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now back to your hosts, David Kelly, the tight end, Glenn Howell, and the captain, Calvin Efon.
Now Salter will take the snap. Back to throw, fires the pass, near side, picked off by Arizona. That could be 6 down the near sideline. To the 10, and just inside the 10 line goes Dalton Johnson with the interception. Arizona will take over, 1st and goal at the Colorado 8.
Let's look at the Wildcats' defensive scouting report for today's game.
Short drop, looking right. Here comes the pressure. They sack him. Oh, perfect timing for the Wildcats. They needed that.
Today's defensive scouting report is brought to you by Rocking K. Rocking K, Tucson's premier master planned community. This is Arizona football on Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, we're going to get into the defense, but first we got another special guest here. Back when I first got to town, in 2008, I used to do the Arizona softball games here on the network, and the young man would sit next to me in the press box there at the old Hillenbrand Stadium. On the PA was a young student by the name of Matt Alvarez. He graduated from the University of Arizona. We had a little bit of connection to that. He was from Bakersfield. I used to live in Bakersfield, and Matt is here at the game today. He joins us. Matt, good to see you, brother. How things been going now?
So good to see you again, David. It's been a lot of fun. I try to keep up with Arizona athletics as much as I possibly can, and since I coach college football in Bakersfield, it's hard for me to go to any games because the Saturdays just don't mesh up. But our season's done, and I was like, you know what? They're playing in San Diego. I haven't been to a game since 2012. Like, I want to come support my Wildcats. And what a great atmosphere. I'm super stoked to be here.
Matt did some broadcasting in school, did some PA. You actually did some of the Ice Cats games as well. You were a hockey guy.
I did do the Ice Cats games, back in 2006, 2007, and was fortunate enough to have a great job with the softball team from 2007, 2010, and got to broadcast the games with you, got to PA announce, statistician. just an overall great experience. And you know, the journalism that I did, you know, at school, I graduated with my degree in journalism, and that was a huge part of it. It was just the experience that I had there from doing the broadcast and stuff. So it was a great time.
Now you're back at home in Central California, and you're working in law enforcement.
I am, yeah. I've been with the Kern County Sheriff's Office for 13 years now.
Wow.
I'm actually in my last year of law school, so I'm
wow.
on my way out.
Okay.
So
Right on.
take the California bar in July. But again, it's just a testament to everything that I learned at the University of Arizona, just my critical thinking skills. Just there's so much that I could say about Tucson and about the 4 years that I spent there, and it was the best time of my life. And you know, hopefully, you know, I have a 3-year-old now. I try to, you know, wherever she wants to go to college, great. But every now and then, I mean, Tucson's a nice place.
Yeah.
It's never too early. Never too early to start that nudge towards Southern Arizona.
And I tell you, those are the best times of my life too, man. I came from California, and Arizona was the best times of my life. Left Arizona for 1 year, came back, and never left again. Never left again, man. We've been here since, me and my wife been there 37 years, 38 years, man. I mean, it's something that your college experience is just really sticks with you, man.
Absolutely.
It just sticks with you, and it makes you grow, and then you pass that on to your kids too.
Especially at a place like Arizona.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the commuter campus that we have in California. We have a lot of commuter campuses. You're on campus. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's involved with athletics and involved with, you know, studying. We're all running across campus trying to get our term papers in by 8 a.m. You know, I remember having nightmares about that. Every now and then I wake up.
Sitting at Louis' lower level studying, you know, and doing all that stuff. I mean, just doing all the things that you remember that take you on for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
What are your sports memories, Matt? Obviously, you were there when Stoops got this thing rolling there. It's about 2008. That was my first year when they went to the Las Vegas Bowl. What are some of the things you remember?
That was actually the last bowl game that I went to for Arizona was the Las Vegas Bowl when they played BYU. And we had a great time there. Obviously, it's Vegas. You have to have a great time there. But to cap off that season, you know, we had Tuitama. We had that was Gronk's freshman year. You know, just a lot of stellar players, you know, that went on to play at the next level, like Antoine Kaysen, you know, guys like that. Some of the better memories are from those teams. Even when we struggled, we still had good memories. You know, we were still there showing up to the games. You know, I worked in the athletic department, so Tom Duddleson always, you know, was putting me to work. And you know, I didn't really get to cheer as much as I wanted to, but I was there and I was experiencing it. And I saw just the amount of joy that Arizona athletics, not only football in general, but just the athletic department and the entire athletic program at Arizona, how much joy it brings to the community and to the school itself and to the students like myself.
Got to shout out the great Dud for sure.
Yeah.
Legendary sports information director at the University of Arizona. So law school, law degree. Then where are you going to stay in the law enforcement with that, or what are you going to do? You're going to
haven't quite made up my mind yet.
Be a prosecutor or a defense lawyer?
You know, I haven't quite made up my mind just yet, but you know, there's a lot of options that'll open up for me right now. You know, the most important thing to me is my 3-year-old daughter, and you know, I just want to make a better life for her. You know, so I haven't really decided what I want to do, but I know that a whole new realm of possibilities is going to open up for me. But first and foremost, got to pass the bar.
There you go.
The California bar is no joke. You know, I don't know too much about the Arizona bar,
but California bar is a bar.
It's
a bar to jump.
And you know, you can ask Kim Kardashian. It's no joke.
How often do you get back to Tucson?
I haven't been back to Tucson. We go to spring training every year.
Okay.
In Phoenix, me and my buddies. The year that we went and COVID hit, we were there the day that everything got shut down.
Wow.
So I told my buddies, I'm like, hey, let's go to Tucson. Let's go. I'll go show you around the campus. And we went to the Desert Museum. We went to campus. I took them to Gentle Ben's.
Wow.
You know, we did like a little. Awesome. We did like a little EG's.
That's awesome. Yeah, EG's.
We did a little tour.
Probably went to Sausage Deli.
Now remind me, are you Giants or Dodgers? You're Giants.
We're all Dodgers.
Dodgers. Okay, that's right.
We're all Dodgers fans.
Oh, we don't. You know, I'm a Giants
fan,
man. Up in the Bay.
But we did get to go to Chase Field. You know, when we were there, we toured Chase Field and whatnot. But that was you know, when COVID happened and everything shut down, we were there right at the right time, unfortunately. But that's the last time I got to Tucson. I think it was 2020.
Yeah.
Right, 2020.
What's most impressed you about this team as you've watched it from afar, this football team?
You know, the fact that so many guys stuck around after all the turmoil from a couple of years ago, because usually when there's a coaching change, last year, even last year, usually when there's a coaching change, you know, and there's a down year, people just pop smoke and they go, and you know, you see them playing, you know, at other schools. But this team, the core is there, and it's incredible to see the adversity that they've overcome this year. You know, once they lost, they lost a couple of their first games, and all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
And they rallied and they rebounded, and I have never rooted so hard for Arizona. I mean, I can't remember the last time I rooted so hard for them. And it's been impressive to see that they've just stuck together as a core, and they've meshed, they made it all work.
The great Brian Jeffries and Lamont Lovett have arrived. It looks like they took the trolley over today to get here to the stadium. They'll be calling the game here on Wildcats Radio 1290 K-Hit 107.5, and that'll be, of course, coming up at 5 o'clock in Tucson. I'm sorry, 6 o'clock in Tucson, 5 o'clock here. So we've got about another hour and a half with you here on Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. So have you had a chance to take your daughter to the event yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet. She's been to a few Bakersfield College games.
Oh,
she hasn't been to a U of A game. Hopefully, maybe one of these days U of A will play Fresno State or somewhere a little bit closer to home. That'd be pretty cool. But
so Bakersfield Junior College.
Yeah, Matt is mentioned. He's an assistant coach there.
Oh, really?
BC.
Okay.
Kicking coach.
Yeah,
right on. Right on.
Yep, absolutely.
JC is still alive and well in California.
Yeah.
Especially with the transfer portal.
Absolutely
exploded.
I was a JC guy. I went to Chabot.
Chabot, C-H-A-B-O-T.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody says Shabbat. No, it's Chabot, man.
Speaking along those lines, what has been, obviously we were just talking in the last segment, we've got a kicker on this team who has hit 60 touchbacks in 68 attempts this year, and Ian Wagner. What do you see when you see guys like that are kind of specialists, like kickoff specialists? Their job is just to make sure that nobody gets a return on it.
It's just a weapon. I mean, you're taking out an entire phase of the game that some teams during fall camp will spend an entire week, 2 weeks on, the kickoff return. And when you have a kicker that could boot it out of the end zone or that gets touchbacks 6 out of 10 times, that takes away so much of a team's game plan, and it's what a weapon to have. I wish we would have that at the JUCO level, but those guys are few and far between.
Right.
But, it's holes, but they want to fill holes with guys that have game experience. They don't want high school seniors anymore.
And there's a lot of kickers, but there's not a lot of accurate kickers.
Exactly. You've got guys that can boot it out the end zone.
Yeah.
But can you put it between the pipes?
Yeah, through the pipes, man. And that's a lot of it's mental too. A lot of that is mental and learning how to like I was talking to Max and Dejas, and he just says, you know what, dude, there's not a kick that I never thought I was going to make.
Or miss.
We are head cases.
I was never going to miss. I'm never going to miss.
Right.
There was never a kick, and he would get pissed off when Coach Smith would not let him in to kick like a 50-something yarder, and he said, no. He was like, Coach, I could do that. And you could see Max getting pissed off, and that's the kind of attitude he had. And I think you have to have that kind of attitude as a kicker.
Yeah, and Max started his career back around the time when they were barely starting getting into the soccer-style kicking.
Yes.
Before then, it was straight on. My
and
dad
then
was
he
the
had
same way.
the tee.
He had the tee as well.
He had the tee. When he left that tee, when that tee went away in the NFL, it wasn't that. It kind of changed his career a little bit.
Just that much of a block, it makes a huge difference. But
real quick, Matt, I don't know how much you've seen Michael Salgado Medina, the kicker for Arizona. This is a young man who's had some struggles this year. He's 19 of 31 on the season, missed a bunch of kicks against ASU. But the thing that's been real impressive about Brent Brennan is he stayed with this kid. He stayed through all the misses we've seen of late. He's kind of stuck with him, and to the point where he almost came back, and you could have made him the MVP of that game against ASU because he made some kicks when it counted. What do you just like about the mentality that Brent has had with this young man saying, I'm not going to give up on him because he's missed some important kicks for us. I'm going to keep sending him out there.
As a former kicker, I will tell you that the trust that your coach has in you, if your coach depends on you and he trusts you to go out there even after you've missed a kick, that does so much for your mental preparation. And as a kicker, I've been taught my whole life, and I even teach my guys now, I don't care if you make or miss your last kick. It's always about your next one.
Kick.
It's always about your next one.
Right.
I don't care what you did, and I'm always going to have faith in my guys. But the fact that Coach Brennan has shown faith, because I was watching the ASU game with my family, and they will tell you that I pulled out every last hair I had on my head every time he went out there. But he delivered when he needed to deliver.
Right.
And it's
absolutely
having the faith and trust of your coach is huge.
I was on the sideline for that game, and every time he would kick right next to where I was at the sideline, and I would tell him, I looked at him and I said, we need you, man. We need you. Forget about that. I said, we need you. You can do this. And he would just look at me like that, and I said, we need you, man. We need you. And if just making sure that he understood that he can do this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that I don't know if that helped him or if it scared the hell out of him. Like, who's this dude talking to me all the time? But I talk to him all the time on the sideline because I'm always there at that same spot.
Right.
And he came through. And then when he kicked it, I said, man, dude, told you, man. I said, that's what we need.
Yep.
I said, you got to give those guys confidence. And Coach Brennan does that. I mean, I think that just shows what kind of coach he is.
Yeah, such a huge confidence booster. Even if he misses a kick, and Coach Brennan comes up to him and talks to him and stuff, that does so much for you. Just, hey, that's okay. They still got faith in me. I'm going to go out there and hit the next one.
Matt, appreciate you taking some time to stop by. Enjoy the game.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the trip down here.
Thank you so
much.
much.
It's great to see you, brother, for sure.
Well. Nice meeting
Matt
you,
Alvarez,
right.
before we get out of here, it is our defensive scouting report segment. Let's hear from Danny Gonzalez. Danny Gonzalez talking about the possibility that we might not see Trayton Stukes, Dalton Johnson, and what those two guys meant to him.
I am so thankful, and I don't want to get emotional, but I am so thankful for Trayton and Dalton. And when we were going through this process last December, and Coach B said, you're going to be the coordinator, and I told Coach Arcee, work on Jen, Dalton, and Stukes. Let's do everything we can to recruit them, and I'll build the front, you work on them, and I'll come in and double down. And I spent more time with them, going to dinner, so that they could figure out who I was and who I was going to be as a coordinator. And sell the pitch on your development will be better if you stay with me than go chase something in the portal. And when we got to the second portal window in April, and they both came to me and said, Coach, we're bear down, I'm not going to. Big sissy. The fact that they trusted their last season to me is something that I hold dear to me, and the opportunity that they had to have success, it's freaking awesome. And the fact that they were able to have the success they had and everything that I promised them would happen back in January, it's going to help recruiting going forward, I can tell you that, because I can get them to recruit now for what we're going to build here. And I'm just so grateful to those two for trusting me and their families. And part of the pitch was, this year's not going to be our only year together. Your grandkids are going to have to mess with me. Your kids are going to be a part of my life. Your grandkids are going to be part of my life. That's just how I do this. And so they're screwed.
There you go. I love Danny Gonzalez. I really do. What a tremendous young man, coach he's been for this team. All right, that is. We'll maybe hear a little bit more coming up later from the defensive side of the ball.
And that's a look at the Wildcats defensive scouting report for today's game. Today's defensive scouting report is brought to you by Rocking K. Rocking K, Tucson's premier master planned community. This is Arizona football on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Up your game in a new Buick or GMC from Royal Buick GMC. At Royal, we always deliver a quality vehicle at a great price. Score a great deal with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff and our transparent online pricing. Plus, Royal offers a 72-hour buyback guarantee. Score big at Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. See dealer for details. Royal Buick GMC in the Tucson Auto Mall or RoyalTucson.com.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Broadway in Tucson presents the 20th anniversary season featuring 7 Tucson premieres, including Disney's Beauty and the Beast, Hell's Kitchen, Moulin Rouge, The Wiz, Back to the Future, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and more. Secure your signature season tickets today and get the best seats at the lowest prices. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your 2025-2026 season tickets today.
Why do I spend so much time educating our youth about financial wellness? I have seen the fire ignite inside of young adults when I show them how the power of compound investing can change their futures. This is Natalie Fernandez at Meridian Wealth Management, and I'm committed to affecting change with our youth. An idea for all of you listening today: gift a Roth IRA contribution for the holidays or birthdays for your kids and grandkids. Contact our office at 520-719-1433 for guidance and details. The change begins with us.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Oh, no, not the sink. Not now.
Plumbing issues can put your life on pause. But with anytime emergency scheduling, the neighborly done right promise, and more, Mr. Rooter Plumbing will have your life flowing again in no time.
All fixed. Much better.
Mr. Rooter is proud to cheer on the Cats. Mention this ad for 10% off any plumbing service. A win for the whole family. Bear down, Arizona.
Mr. Rooter Plumbing, a neighborly company.
You know it. Your neighbors know it. And let's face it, the mailman knows it too. Your yard just isn't what it used to be. But thankfully, Dorado Rock Materials can get you, well, your yard anyway, back to what it once was. And even better. Dorado Rock and Materials has just what your yard needs, from decorative rock to boulders and everything in between, brought right to you. And if you need help spreading it, we can help with that too. Dorado Rock and Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
There's never a good time for plumbing issues.
No.
Honey, my parents are here.
Oh, man.
Don't worry. With Drain Masters in Tucson, not only do you get local, professional, full-service plumbing with 24/7 scheduled or emergency service, you get a lifetime transferable warranty on all house water repiping. So this...
They brought my aunts and uncles, too.
is gonna be fine. Drain Masters, we do it all. And now offering financing. Solid service, fair price, guaranteed. DrainMastersTucson.com.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you.
Nobody covers your Cats like we do, with press conferences, coaches shows, and play-by-play.
It is over. Cats have won it.
We bring you all the stories, highlights, and analysis of your Arizona Wildcats. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Find mom's best gift at Target. Now through Mother's Day, get up to 40% off gifts for her. Discover trendy apparel and swimwear that'll elevate any wardrobe. Jewelry that'll make her smile shine brighter, and even chocolate that'll turn any moment into something sweeter. There are endless options to choose from to show her she's the best. Hurry! Save 20 to 40% on select apparel, jewelry, chocolates, and more. This month.
Already, I know you got out of your therapy already. You good?
Oh man, hey, ain't nothing like some good therapy to get you right and going for the rest of the whole month to bring you 2026. Man, Happy New Year to everybody. Now let's get it rolling.
Right. Oh man, definitely Happy New Year, man. So first things first, man. How's it doing, man? How's the family doing, man?
Man, you know what? All jokes aside, man, I'm truly happy with where we rolling right now. You know, I done been to a lot of funerals, man. So everybody is up and moving. So let's bring this 2026 in and keep it rolling. And here we are.
Man, all right, man. Trust me, I know how you feel, man. I know you have your son, Junior, man, Trung Junior, man. 8th grader, man. Where is he going? Y'all picked the school, or you waiting on the big NIL deal? What's going on?
Hey, you know what? In the new NIL deal era, boy, that sounds good. I tell you what, like I tell my son, man, I want you to keep it humble and hungry. So that's the approach. But I do know that more than likely we should be headed up here to the Broncos.
Okay. So for people who don't know, that's Brophy, right?
That's Brophy Broncos on John Port. At least that's what my son told me to tell you.
Okay, I already. Well, tell me, I'm excited to see him, man. You know, I'm excited to see him out there. You know, I'm pretty sure he'll be probably on varsity in the next year or two. So, you know, I'm excited to see how that's going to look.
Man, I'm tremendously honored with where he's at. I'm even more honored with how well he's doing in school. He go to bases, man. He's part of the top 80s, 90s club, and so him going up there and excelling in his sports like he is. He broke the 7th grade record in the 100 meters, and so he clocked 10.9. So felt good about it, and now he's in the 8th. He headed to 9th grade, man, and so you know you got to take your bumps and bruises. But I feel real good. I'm that parent. I don't get too high. I don't get too low. Let's just keep it rolling. One foot in front of the other.
Yeah, man, man, that's exactly who you are. You also are a 2-time All-American first-round pick, and I think you was the first offensive first-round pick from Arizona in school history. I took pride in being one of your running back or your teammates, knowing that you was the first running back, and I think Dennis was the second highest offensive draft pick as well. You know, tell me a little bit about those times, man, when, you know, being All-American, man, how did it feel, being a part of that team that year, the Holiday Bowl team?
Ooh, boy, you know what? You bringing back memories, boy. You know, I'm trying to stay humble on here now, E. Don't keep talking about me like that. You know what, man?
That's you.
I give all praise to brothers like yourself, man, and you're a real brother. I'm in full disclosure, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing but love for everything that you brought and helped. You know, so them awards I got, man, it was because I had guys like you around me, guys like Dennis Northcutt, guys like Deshaun Polk and Marcus Bell, and my offensive line like Manua and my tight ends. You know, that really Mike Lucky, don't forget about him. The late Yusuf Scott, man. The late Yusuf Scott. Arizona Cardinals draft pick. And so, man, we just had a lot of great men around us, and it was a great time. And the great Dick Tomey, man, rest in love where he's at, man. We just had a lot of great men, and when you accomplish things like we did, you know what it takes. And so it was just a great deal to have all those exceptional other men around, those exceptional Wildcats, what I call them. Bear down.
Yes, sir. Tron Kennedy is our guest in the Captain's Corner, brought to you by Jack Farrier Tire and Auto Care. Jack Farrier since 1960. We're here to get you there. Tron, man, tell me a little bit about what do you remember about playing in that Holiday Bowl game, man. I mean, I know for sure you had at least 100 yards in that game, man, because I remember you was putting it down. I was a little injured. My ankle was a little injured, so I was a decoy. But, man, I just remember you just doing your thing as usual, man, running that ball versus a Nebraska team that had won the national championship the year previous.
Hey, what I remember is that I think you plunged it in from the 1-yard line while you was hurt. That's what I remember, that guys were stepping up when they wasn't at their best. You know, I got blessed enough to hit him for over 100. You know, Keith Smith, he called me up and tell me all the time he wanted to give me the MVP. He felt like they did something shiesty, but I still love him. I like to get award out to all my Cats brothers, man, because when you got it, I told him, hey, you got the award, so I got it. And OJ got it, too. And hopefully they keep Keith's name and OJ name in the stadium up there, baby. You know, I know a little bit of history. So that was an amazing time, man. I don't know if you remember. What's that?
I said as well as your name is in the stadium.
Oh, yeah. It went in with Dick Tomey. That was what was so memorable to me, man. We went in together. Man, that brother meant a lot to me. Coach Dick Tomey meant so much to me, man.
Yes, sir.
Chicken whole family. And so if you look at that time, all I do remember about today is the Eric Johnson. You remember he was a whip linebacker. He was a whip linebacker. And now, you know, he needs some help from us brothers getting him out of some trouble today. You know, so go look up the history on that. We need to get my brother up out of there, whatever situation he in. But other than that, man, we had this. We were just all together. We put a tremendous bowl game together up against that former national championship team. So we're gonna take that one to our grave. Matter of fact, I need to go back and get my.
You need to go back and get what?
The Culligan Holiday Bowl ring.
Yeah, I need that too, man. I told them, I said they didn't buy it, man. So I couldn't, back in them days, I guess we had to buy our own ring, but yeah, I couldn't afford that.
Yeah, but these new NIL deals they got going, I need my ring, man.
Yeah, they should go. They should go throw us one just for old time's sake.
Hey, let's put a petition together, man. I think we earned it, man.
Hey, man, 12-1, man. So tell me this, man. I mean, again, you mentioned before the offensive line that we had and the guys that, you know, blocked for us, the Manus, the Yusuf Scott, you know, the tight ends, the Mike Luckies, the Brandon Mataonis, man. You know, I thought that was, you know, the reason and one of the ways Arizona gonna have to win today is offensive line and running game. A lot of people talk about the quarterbacks, but I think that you got to have a little bit of a running game to really make things go, especially in big games like this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Everybody that really knows the game, like you can even look at Indiana. You can look at these other teams that are doing well. They spent money on these unsung heroes. The game starts in the trenches. I don't care how good guys like myself, you, and all of us skilled positions were, Chris McAllister, you need those big hogs up front that are putting in the real work. And so if you look at the blueprint, how the heck is Indiana rated #1 in the country, and they've never been there, and the NIL deal comes up, and it becomes a thing to where if you have an answer, if you have a question, and money ain't the answer, then it probably ain't a real question. So these coaches that put together, I mean, they instantly have gone to #1. Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin leaving up out of there, and they still rolling. I mean, This is absolutely amazing. Even Deion Sanders, when he went to Colorado last year, he brought some juggernauts, brought his son Shador over there. Now we're starting to see he was better than what they thought he was, that big hole, that big void that they filling. You hear what I'm saying? So don't let me bring up all these controversial topics, but you know what? Hey, I'm here for the smoke, though.
Right, I already know. You know, the other thing I wanted to touch on is, you know, I think Arizona can continue on the rise. They got Noah coming back. I know it's a lot of guys we losing on defense. And the reason why I say that is in the year previous to the 12-1 season, you know, we won the Insight.com Bowl. You rushed 19 times, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I felt like us having that year and going through them bowl practices and everything got us ready for that 12-1 season, so they can use this 9-3, 10-3 season to possibly put them into the playoffs because of what you just said. You add a few NIL or whatever you call the deals, you know, that they're bringing the kids in on. You add a few pieces here and there, like they did this year, bringing in 61 guys. You know, where can you go from here, basically?
Hey, the proof is in the pudding. Now, you can go ahead and try to say, let's stay in-house and all of this, but that's not the name of the game now, just like you said. Coach Brennan, he you know, played with his brother Brad, the pedigree that I know he is. You just got to appreciate where they done moved this year, too. And so just like you said in the Insight.com Bowl, and if my memory ain't serving me right, I think you was the MVP of that game, if I can remember. Yeah. You know, go look it up. If you got the staff team there or something like that, you know, I need some help. But
you got offensive MVP. I remember Coach Thomas went running game. I remember Coach Thomas in the running game on them.
Right. And I think they had Urlacher on that team. So shout out to Urlacher for taking that beat down from KE and the TC running back combination. I basically know that those type of moments help build for the next moment. And so I'm trying to process if we win this game, how it can really propel us to the next level. So let's get this W, and then we'll be back here next year talking about how it did.
Right. Yeah. No, man. I totally agree. You know, I think it's something that, you know, they definitely get done. And I was going to ask you what your keys of the game would be for the day. You know, in terms of taking care of the football, ball security, running game, defense. You know, what are one or two keys that you think it'll take to beat the SMU?
Hey, man, you making me go back to Dick Tomey days with our key points of winning on this bad boy. First of all, we definitely need to control these turnovers after not playing for so long and not holding that ball for so long. We putting the ball up in the air more often than I would like, but it's working. So we got to stay with that part of the game. And ultimately, man, these turnovers – and us doing what we've been doing all year and just trying to keep, man, these games are about who still has the continuity. Because when you take this much time off, you know young kids at this age, they got so much going on. They got Tijuana right around the corner. I hope that they have kept the cohesiveness and that type of blood flow because I ain't going to mention no names, but we was told not to go down to Tijuana, and who knows if we did. But you got to keep them kids, you know, busy and make sure that they are all in that cohesiveness and they're running that fine-tuned machine like they had been in the season and kicking them Sun Devils' butt out there. You know what I say. So if we can keep that rolling, we should be all right.
You know, the last thing I want to ask you about is this. In this era of, again, transfer portal, you know, we may have some guys out, guys are transferring in and out, you know, guys are missing bowl games now. What do you think of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going to lie to you. I'm for whatever, you know, guys already did their job to get you to the bowl game. The bowl game, to me, is considered extra. Playoff games are considered extra. Now, I think I would have wanted to play, just, you know, me being who I am. I think I would have wanted to play, but I also hurt my ankle, which cost me a lot of money as far as being able to, you know, run and do some of the things that I needed to do physically for the NFL. So, you know, tell me a little bit about what you think about, you know, that situation.
Man, like I said, you show me an answer and money ain't, show me a question and money ain't the answer. That's what they need to do. They need to get these guys, even though they got the NIL deals, they're putting their careers on the line, regardless of them going out. I had a Lloyd's of London insurance and things like that. Everybody can't afford to do that when they're in that position, but they done given their mind, body, and spirit while going to school, supporting these coaches and supporting these universities. They need to have a pool of money set aside for guys like yourself or myself that hurt your ankle and is messing up your career down the road, because most of that money is going to the conferences, it's going to the schools. And who's putting in the work? Guys that are on the field putting in the work. So I'm always going to lean towards that level of insurance, that level of safety and security, because you don't get your youth back. One thing you can't get back is your youth and your health when it's been tampered with. And you putting it on the line for a bowl game that these schools are making multi-millions and billions with these TV rights, and these games aren't even the solidifier to you being drafted. That work has already been done. So it's a bad position that they got those players in, because you're thinking about your dream as playing ball. Like me, I would have still played. You was a real one, and you still would have played. But you still got a future you looking for when you looking at the financial side of it, you know? And so that's my thing. I think they need to have set aside some money on the conference, and they need to have a committee the SOB, the Student Athletic Advisory Board, get them together and put something together that can benefit these players.
Man, George, I appreciate you as always, man. Our thanks to Arizona's 99 running back, Tron Candidate, for joining us in this week's Captain's Corner, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, I appreciate you, Mo. I love y'all, Mo. Bring the 2026 year in, and don't look down. It's on the ground.
Yes, sir, man. Love you too, bro. Brad out.
All right, Brad out.
And that's your Captain's Corner with Kelvin Efon. Captain's Corner is brought to you by Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Jack Furrier, since 1960, here to get you there. Our Window Depot coverage of Arizona football is getting you closer to kickoff. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. Hour 2 of the pregame show is brought to you by Acclaimed Drain, Bear Down Roofing, Dorado Rock, Essential Pest Control, Goodfellas AC, Hughes Federal Credit Union, Johnson Manley Company, JT Auto, Lexus of Tucson, Mr. Rooter, Recon Auto Detail, Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Rocking K, a master planned community designed by nature, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
We are the rush, the pulse, the thrill you didn't see coming. Welcome to Club Soul at Casino del Sol, where Tucson's best just got better. Join Club Soul today and get $20 free play. That's right, your first play is on us. Play, earn, and unlock exclusive rewards that take your experience to the next level. More thrills, more perks, more of what makes Casino del Sol unforgettable. We are Club Soul, only at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. 6 model homes are now open to tour at Del Webb at Rockin' K. Here, life is about more than just beautiful homes. It's about the experiences waiting outside your front door at this new 55-plus active adult neighborhood. LiveRockingK.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Ready to update your kitchen, create a spa-inspired bathroom, or a backyard oasis? Put the equity in your home to work for you with a home equity line of credit from Hughes. Borrow between $10,000 and $250,000 and enjoy flexible terms and no prepayment penalties. With Hughes Federal Credit Union's one-rate guarantee, there's no switching rates based on your credit score. All our members get our same low rate. Learn more at hughesfcu.org/HELOC. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Certain restrictions apply.
At the Window Depot, builders and contractors don't wait weeks. You get what you need today. Factory direct windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, it's all in stock and ready to go at wholesale prices. Whether you're tackling a remodel or a multifamily project, we've got job site quantities and no membership required. Our windows are proudly manufactured and assembled in Arizona with small business service and big box selection. Order online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Hold up, that wasn't Santa's sleigh. That was a Blazer EV flying off the lot at the Red Tag event at O'Reilly Chevrolet. We've got Red Tag pricing on the latest electric Chevys, and yes, we have the inventory. Get Red Tag O'Reilly pricing and supercharge your holidays with shockingly great deals that'll make your old gas tank jealous. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or shop 24/7 at O'Reilly.com. EVs at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
The cold Arizona nights are here. Is your furnace ready? For just $59, Right Way is offering a complete system tune-up, ensuring your furnace runs efficiently to keep your home comfortable all season long. Routine maintenance is key to avoiding costly breakdowns. And with over 11,000 five-star Google reviews, you can trust Right Way to get the job done right. Plus, we'll include a free carbon monoxide test for your peace of mind. Call Right Way today at 520-640-2665 or visit us at rightwayac.com for your $59 complete system tune-up.
Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in the country, they've been serving our community for over 25 25 years with the best in sports cards and trading card games. From rare finds to the latest releases, Showtime Cards has it all. Check them out at ShowtimeCards.com or visit them today at 5801 East Speedway. And discover why collectors everywhere trust Showtime Cards for their passion.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free.
Nobody covers your Cats like we do, with press conferences, coaches shows, and play-by-play.
It is over. Cats have won it.
We bring you all the stories, highlights, and analysis of your Arizona Wildcats. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Find mom's best gift at Target. Now through Mother's Day, get up to 40% off gifts for her. Discover trendy apparel and swimwear that'll elevate any.
Let's go. Our Window Depot coverage of UA football continues with Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The pregame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. We are counting down to kickoff for Arizona football. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
3rd and 7 Arizona. Fafita back to throw with some time. Waits, goes to the back of the end zone. Got a man open. It is caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Geno Richardson, the freshman, hauls it in. And the Wildcats can open up a 2-score lead.
Yes. Richardson on a crossing route in the back of the end zone. Noah Fafita drops an absolute dime in the back of the end zone, and Arizona again rips that momentum right away from Cincinnati.
Noah Fafita has been as sharp. Well, he's been sharp for 5 games now.
Yeah.
Doing it again here today.
He's been razor sharp today.
Second touchdown of the season for the freshman, and Noah Fafita has just set the school record for career touchdown passes. That was number 68 for Noah.
Let's take a look at the Right Way Rundown and see what's coming up on our pregame show. Brought to you by Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Doing things the right way.
All right, final hour of our show here from Snapdragon Stadium. Ooh, that lady's got some fancy red boots walking out there as she is dressed to the nines. I think those are Arizona. Yeah, she's with a young man that's got a blue cowboy hat on and a number 1 Arizona jersey, so they are looking snazzy and ready to go. Coming up, DK with BB, my questions to the head coach of the Arizona Wildcats, brought to you by Hughes Federal Credit Union. We'll check your scoreboard. There are some other bowl games going on today, as well as with the completion of the quarterfinal round of the college football playoff. Pest of the game will be that Mustang that gets underneath the Wildcats' skin today. Also, can we beat the books? Arizona getting 1.5 tonight. Your over-under 51.5, brought to you by Casino del Sol. Keys to the game in our final segment, and that is brought to you by Royal Automotive. Let's get to the head coach. So you heard Geno Richardson. He, again, another one of those kids from, I don't know if these are our buses. We've got some buses coming in here right now. I don't know if that's usually about the time we get our buses coming in here. I don't know if that's Arizona or if that's SMU coming in. Hard to tell what is on those buses right there, but we got a bunch of folks, at least one team is arriving here at the stadium currently right now. The Wildcats, again, Geno Richardson, one of those guys from the state of Arizona. We talked about earlier. They got 29 guys from the state. Recruiting class right now, this number 7 in the Big 12, according to On3. Let's hear from the head coach on the recruiting cycle, as the Wildcats just signed a large part of their 2026 class, and what Brent Brennan and his crew are looking for when they look for guys to play here at the University of Arizona.
For all the questions that you need answered, it's DK with BB. Our David Kelly asks Brent Brennan the questions, and you get the answers. DK with BB is sponsored by Hughes Federal Credit Union. Hughes Federal Credit Union. We take you further.
I think we're always looking for players that love football. Like it's kind of one of those things that's hard to measure or hard to kind of validate, but like we're always looking for guys that are going to fit what we talk about being kind of core of what we want here. It's just guys that are tough, love football. I just think everyone has done an incredible job. Recruiting is an everyday thing. It's an exhausting thing. It's also really fun. And I think, just the momentum that we have as a football program is also showing up on the recruiting trail.
Coach, how would you describe maybe to the average fan how the recruiting of high school players is different now with this streamlined upper structure that college teams have now with extra people like the GM and player personnel and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is it's definitely, I think lends itself to a little more organization, right? When I came up in this thing, like there was multiple years where I was the recruiting coordinator and also the receiver coach, or the recruiting coordinator and the receivers coach and the special teams coordinator, and it's just like, and so, you're like, okay, am I focused on recruiting or am I focused on trying to get a first down this week? So it was, they're kind of the front door with some of the evaluation process, right? And then they do a great job of making sure everybody is accountable to our process, right? So the position coach seeing the players, the coordinator seeing the players, me seeing the players, right? So that we have consistency of our evaluation process. And then, okay, yes, we like this kid, we're going after him, or no, we don't think he's good enough. So I think that part of it is really, really helpful, because it's also different, right? Where, I've been in this thing long enough to remember the days when you traveled with a box of blank VHS tapes, and you would literally go to a high school and record deck to deck, like push play and record, yeah, you guys are all laughing, but like the young people in the room are laughing because they don't even know what I'm talking about right now. They don't know what a VHS tape is. But yeah, and so like that, now the film is so much more available, right? Like I don't have my phone on me, but I bet I got texts of highlight films while we've been talking, right? Like, so there's so much film that comes in, and it's an overwhelming number, where before it was much more regionally based, right? Like you were recruiting proximity areas, maybe a state or two that touched your state, but now it's just so much more national because you have so much more access to video. And so they're incredible helping us organize that and be able to get really thorough evaluations of the players that we're bringing into our football family.
Coach Danny Gonzalez, when he was up here, kind of made a casual comment about how we couldn't stop the run. It's the one thing we can't do. It was almost kind of flippant to say, okay, watch what we do next. And then you go out and do it. What did you just like about the way he designed this scheme to stop their quarterback and really Brown?
Well, I think our defense has been fantastic all year, and I think that speaks to the quality of the coaching and the quality of the players, right? Like, because the players have to be willing to put in the work, put in the extra, and execute at that kind of level against a really good football team. A team that the week before ran for almost 400 yards on somebody in the Big 12, right? So I just think Coach Gonzalez has done a fantastic job. I think that whole side of the ball has, and it's been really fun to watch them as they've progressed over the season. And I think whenever you put together a game plan for somebody, right, like you don't know it's going to go that way, right? Like you're confident in what you do, you're confident with the answers or the adjustments you can make in game, but the people that you're playing, they have some say in that too, and I just thought our defensive staff and our offensive staff, we really did a great job of that all year, adjusting to what was happening in game.
And those are the questions that you needed answered. DK with BB is sponsored by Hughes Federal Credit Union. Hughes Federal Credit Union. We take you further.
All right, that's the head coach of your Arizona Wildcats, Brent Brennan, just kind of talking about the recruiting process and the way things go, I should say. And obviously the Wildcats have a new GM now, as Geiska Crowley has moved on to the University of Arkansas. And so, again, that's what's going to happen when you win 9 games. People are going to come after your staff. There's going to be opportunities, whether or not the guys had they obviously had a ton to do with shaping this year's squad, and people are going to look at that. It's like, 1 year turnaround, 4 wins to potentially 10 wins. Who on that staff is somebody that we can pick off, and he happened to be one of those guys.
Yeah, that's the game That's the game now. It's this poaching staff, man. That's what it is. Everybody's poaching staff. It's hard to retain the guys because, you know, there's always more money somewhere else, which is sad. The loyalty thing is more. It's more about a money thing now, man. It really breaks it down. And those guys that have a lot of money are going to be able to get the best of the best.
And I was going to say, no, they shouldn't leave. They shouldn't make things better for their family. They should stay.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm being sarcastic, man. You know
yeah, exactly.
I think as a good head coach, I think even as a university, your job is to, you know, put people in a position to make more money and to do better for their family. And so if somebody has a chance to go on to another situation, who knows? Maybe one day they come back as a head coach or as an athletic director. You don't know. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things to me where that if somebody comes and do well, I'm an AAU coach and a kid goes to another team, every time I see him, I'm still hug him, I'm still talk to him. We're not enemies now. You know what I'm saying? So, no, man, you know, if the coaches can go, the players can go, and what you do is you rally the troops. Everybody in the nation has to go through the same thing. You rally your troops, and you see what you got and make the best of what you got.
Let's take a quick look at what's happening in college football in this finality of the bowl season.
Let's take a look at what's happening today around the rest of the country. The Wildcats Radio 1290 Game Day Scoreboard is brought to you by Goldberg and Osborne. Goldberg and Osborne, Arizona's leading injury law firm.
3 bowl games on tap today as we wrap up. Actually, I'm sorry, 4 total on tap today as we wrap up the bowl season. One of those is final, the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Texas State beat Rice today 41-10. The Liberty Bowl down in Memphis, Cincinnati at the half is trailing Navy 14-7. Bearcats have struggled down the stretch trying to end their season with a win. Mississippi State and Wake Forest will play coming up here at 5 o'clock as well. 6 o'clock, obviously Tucson time, in the Mayo Bowl, the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Wake Forest and Mississippi, of course, Arizona and SMU out here in the Holiday Bowl. The playoff is to the semifinals now. Indiana just blew out Alabama in the Rose Bowl yesterday. They're going to take on Oregon in the Peach Bowl semifinal. And Miami took down the defending champs, the University, or the Ohio State University. They will face Ole Miss. How about Ole Miss? Well, really, how about both those teams, Ole Miss and Miami, both pulling off upsets to get to the semifinals?
Well, I tell you what, Ole Miss is playing on heart, man. They're just playing. they're putting everything in it. Ole Miss could win the whole thing, man. They could win the whole thing. I think that they have a chance, and I think that they possibility they could be doing it, man. I wouldn't put anything past those guys. Those kids are coming together, and they're trying to win it for themselves.
Kelvin, who do you like in the Final Four?
Well, I'll say this. I always talk about those Texas boys, but I tell you, man, those Florida boys are real. And Miami is keeping them Southern boys, them Southern Florida boys at home, and they're picking out other kids around the nation who they want as well. But they got them Southern boys, man, and Florida has been sending players everywhere else, and they're finally home, and they're contending for the national championship. So, like I said, I don't got the Final Four. What's the final teams? And I
you got Indiana, Oregon. You got Indiana, Oregon in one semifinal. Ole Miss and Miami in the other.
I'm going Oregon right there, and then I'm going Miami.
Oregon against Miami for the championship coming up later this month. All right, that is what's happening in college football on this Friday.
The Wildcats Radio 1290 Game Day Scoreboard is brought to you by Goldberg and Osborne. Goldberg and Osborne, Arizona's leading injury law firm. Wildcat Nation, are you?
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez at Meridian Wealth Management. And one of the hardest things I witness is when someone passes and they hadn't updated their beneficiaries properly beforehand. We all experience change in our lives, marriage, divorce, kids, and we work very hard for what we have. Leaving your legacy exactly the way you desire is important. This is your reminder to review all of your beneficiary designations today and at least annually. Seek guidance if you need it. Call our office at 520-719-1433 for more information.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at CoolWillies.com. Cool Willies is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats radio broadcast. 2 powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. CoolWillies.com.
Looking for quality windows without the wait? Come to the Window Depot. We carry a huge selection of Milgard windows, in stock now and ready for pickup. Need something custom? No problem. From new construction to full home replacement, we'll help you order the perfect Milgard windows built to fit your space, style, and budget. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the Window Depot makes it easy to get the windows you need fast. Visit thewindowdepot.com to find a location near you and see why we're your Milgard window experts.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No, they use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope, only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
JT Auto, where their customers are family. Stop by their newest East Side location, conveniently located at 6947 East 22nd, just west of Cole. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guarantee, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where their customers are family. 372-7704. That's 372-7704 or jtautoaz.com.
Hey homeowners, are you ready to chill out and go green? Goodfellas Air Conditioning can help. Introducing our latest lineup of energy-efficient systems featuring the new R32 refrigerant. It's cooler, greener, and better for the planet. You'll enjoy lower energy bills and a smaller carbon footprint. Not a fan of change? Goodfellas has a surplus of reliable R410 systems available. Unsure about what system you have or have questions? Give us a call for a free inspection. Goodfellas Air Conditioning, keeping it cool, keeping it green, and always keeping you comfortable.
Cactus RV, offering the most affordable pre-owned RVs, travel trailers, and toy haulers in Tucson. We offer consignments on RVs, travel trailers, trucks, cars, and SUVs. Sell without the hassle and let Cactus RV do it for you. Cactus RV is also a local independent service center, so they can help keep your RV, travel trailer, or toy hauler in pristine condition and ready to sell or hit the road for your next adventure. A true one-stop shop. Call now, 888-2244. Visit cactusrv.com or visit us on Romero, just north of Prince.
Football players doing.
Our Window Depot coverage of UA football continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Gameday pregame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now back to your hosts, David Kelly, the tight end, Glenn Howell, and the captain, Calvin Efon.
4th and 3, Baylor. Robertson will take the snap, back to throw. Here comes pressure, fires for the end zone, and it is intercepted, picked off, Arizona football. And the Wildcats made it happen. Traden Stukes, fittingly on senior day, it would be a senior that would make a big play like that.
All right, Traden Stukes. We've probably seen the last of Traden Stukes, but what a play to go out on if we do not see him out here on this field today for this Snapdragon Holiday Bowl, or what is it? What's the Twist and Will?
Twist and Will.
Twist and Will.
Yes.
Holiday Bowl.
Get your will done. I got to do.
Is that what they do?
Yeah.
Right, I wasn't sure what the
Trust
company
and
did
will.
there.
Yeah.
Trust and will.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. All right. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. We've got, 2 segments left to go in our show here, and we will get to our pest of the game in this segment here. SMU, this is an interesting stat, guys. SMU has led in every fourth quarter this season. Now, they have obviously not won all those games. They're 9-3, but they have led in all 12 of those games. Let's hear from Rhett Lashley on his team and their ability to be in front and close some out and not close some out.
It's hard to win. I mean, I don't know anyone else who's led every game in the fourth quarter. And we let a few get away, 3 of them practically on the last play of the game. But then, to your point, we didn't ever let it snowball. So I think that just speaks to the resilience and their ability to respond. And so we'll see. I mean, I've always felt like forever, but definitely over the last 5 years since college football's changed, bowl games are standalone things. I mean, you may have 10 guys not play that played all year. Well, that's fine. Like, young guys get to play. You still get something out of it, but when you measure wins and losses in a bowl game versus the rest of the season, sometimes it matters, but sometimes it's completely disconnected.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. Again, teams have to learn how to finish games. It was something that the Wildcats obviously have had trouble doing at times this year, but not lately. In the last 5 games, guys, this football team has almost been like this basketball team in that they have just come out in the second half, and it's like Tommy Lloyd goes in at halftime and he figures it out and devises the plan to blow teams out in the second half, and it's been the same with Danny Gonzalez. Danny Gonzalez has gone in at halftime, and he has found ways. He has taken what he's learned in the first half and come out and shut teams down in the second.
I think that's great, but I'd like to have them shut it down early, maybe once in a while, And football is a game of adjustments. That's what it is. You play, you feel people out, the first couple quarters, and then you make those adjustments. And, some people can't make them, but I think we've been very, very fortunate of how Danny Gonzalez has changed it on the defensive side of the ball and on the offensive side of the ball. We have changed it over there with Seth. I think that what they need to do, they need to really make sure that we can see, we don't want to be behind in this game, because if you got guys that are not playing and their usual roles, they're not used to that. They're not used to being in that situation.
Right.
But the veteran guys that have been there, that have been playing, they might be sitting out. They're used to that, and it's a little bit, and you might get a little bit of a panic, but you got to be able to go play with it, and the best team that can handle those situations is going to win this ball game.
Kelvin, your thoughts?
Man, I think we got to be careful, man, with SMU though, man, because if you let these guys get out in front, man, you look at some of these wins: 31-18, 34-10, 45-13, 38-6. The 2 losses that they had late were 1 point at Wake Forest and a late loss by 3 at Cal. So they're going to play you tight, and they're going to put up points. It looks like they average at least 38 points. It looks like here 30 points at least. So they're going to put up points. Kevin Jennings is a real quarterback that knows how to win. And so, Arizona's going to have to be on their toes today.
Absolutely. One of the reasons they're going to be on their toes is because of the 3 games that this SMU team has lost, 2 of them have been to Big 12 teams as they fell to Baylor and TCU.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Ahmad Moses on that.
Honestly, just knowing that we took 2 Big 12 losses early in the year, so it's kind of a little bit of pressure knowing that we don't want to go 0-3 against Big 12, let all the critics say what they want to say. So really just, like I said, we want to get a dub with the ACC Big 12 matchup, want to get a dub, finish it on the right note, just really all types of things. But at the end of the day, we just got to win.
Yeah, we want to make that 0-3, though. Sorry, bro.
But
go ahead, Kelvin.
No, man, I was going to say, but just think about it, though. I didn't even think about that, and they let you know that's on their mind.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
feel like their conference reputation is at stake. So it's bigger than just this is a bowl game and one of the biggest bowl games they've played in 30 years. This is even about making sure that they don't look like a lower level team than the Big 12.
Yeah, they can't. This is a game that I think is going to be won by the guys up front, the offensive line of U of A, and the offensive line of SMU. You know, I think that's where it's going to be the key. Who's going to be able to run the football and protect the quarterback, because both defenses are coming at you. They're going to come at you. They're going to try to put pressure on the quarterback and make sure that they don't have time to throw the ball. And I think that, you know, our O-line has got to have an exceptional game today, because we got to run the ball and just really try to choke them down, choke that SMU team down, to forcing them that they have to pass the ball. And if they have to force them to have to throw the ball, I think that's what it's a good advantage for University of Arizona.
All right, Kevin Jennings is, we mentioned, he's a guy that can throw the ball well. He's a guy that can also run the ball. That's something the Wildcats have had some trouble with. And what is potentially the plan in dealing with another mobile quarterback, Max Harris?
Big mobile quarterbacks, I mean, just means that you got to be really assignment sound with everything, because they'll take advantage of it if you don't. So I think that's all I've really learned, is being assignment sound in everything that you do and everything that we do, and that's what we're going to apply to. That's how we're going to apply it to this game.
There you go. I mean, again, you got to be able to stop Kevin Jennings on the run. That's going to be a critical thing. Might he be the pest of the game tonight, Kevin Jennings? Let's find out who we think is going to be that guy that gets underneath, that Mustang that gets underneath the Wildcats' skin tonight.
Who is the pest that the Wildcats need to be free from to win today's game? The Pest of the Game is brought to you by Essential Pest Control. Pest control with science. In Tucson at essentialpest.com.
All right, we've got the Pride of Arizona. They are about to do a performance here, so we should probably be able to hear some of that in the background as they perform for the folks here at the tailgate party. We'll start with Kelvin Ifan back in studio. Kelvin, who's that guy that you think is going to get underneath the Wildcats' skin tonight?
I'm going to have to go with wide receiver Jordan Hudson, 6'1", 200 pounds, the leading receiver, 56 receptions, average 13 yards of reception. I think he's the key to their offense. When he catches the ball, he opens up everybody else and the run game, and Kevin Jennings is real comfortable with him.
All right. I like that for sure. How about you, Mr. Glenn Howell?
Man, it's obvious for me, man, is this Kevin Jennings guy. You know, we got to get after him fast. I mean, we got to make sure that he doesn't get to running the football at all, +1 in it on us. And, you know, they've been look at all those film on, you know, the +1 and how, you know, BYU and then Houston did it, you know. So, you know, that those films don't just go away, you know. So I think that's going to be a guy that we're going to have to really shut down and just force him to pass the ball. And maybe we can get some picks from him and putting pressure on him. We got to be able to get pressure on him and then, you know, try to cut that run down. Don't let him run the football. And I think Kevin Jennings is going to be my pest of the game.
All right. That's an interesting one right there as well. I'm going to go with the fifth-year defensive tackle, Terry Webb, playing in his final game here out of Galveston. A guy that's bounced around. He's kind of like their version of Max Harris. He was at Ball, which I believe was a junior college. He was at Kilgore. He was at Texas State with our guy Max Harris, and now he's at SMU, and he's the guy down front that creates the havoc on the inside of that defensive line for SMU. 5.5 sacks this season, 4 pass breakups, so he can get his hands in the air to deflect balls in the passing lane. And if look, they're going to have to stop Noah Fafita and that quick passing game, which has been the catalyst, I think, for Arizona's offense over the course of the last 4 games. And a good way to do that is to have a defensive lineman who can maybe deflect a pass and throw Noah Fafita off his point a little bit. Let's let you hear a little bit of the Pride of Arizona right now. They are performing here. All right, we know that they will not be pests, but those are the guys from SMU we think will be pests today for Arizona.
That's our Pest of the Game. Brought to you by Essential Pest Control. Pest control with science. In Tucson at essentialpest.com.
All right.
Up your game in a new Buick or GMC from Royal Buick GMC. At Royal, we always deliver a quality vehicle at a great price. Score a great deal with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff and our transparent online pricing. Plus, Royal offers a 72-hour buyback guarantee. Score big at Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. See dealer for details. Royal Buick GMC in the Tucson Auto Mall or royaltucson.com.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
If you could rewind 10 years, what would you do differently? Buy Apple stock at $20? Skip the Ghost Pepper Challenge? Maybe even rethink the skinny jeans. Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Some regrets are harmless, termite damage isn't. You can't go back in time, but you can keep termites from eating your future. Call Blue Sky Pest Control today for your free termite inspection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, pests.
Family outgrowing your car? Hughes Federal Credit Union can help you get the car you want and the rate you need. Hughes is one of the only financial institutions in the country that doesn't switch loan rates based on a qualified buyer's credit score. That means you get our one-rate guarantee regardless of your credit score. We promise. When it's time for your next new or used car, Hughes is here to take you further. Check out our low rates on hughesfcu.org/auto and apply today. Certain restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Thorna Organization.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at coolwillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats radio broadcast. Two powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. coolwillies.com.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
As the new year begins, Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing would like to thank you for allowing us to serve Tucson and the surrounding communities for the past 25 years. Whether it is a small water leak or a full air conditioning replacement, we do it all, big or small. For professional service, call Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 or make your appointment online at picturoxcooling.com.
Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. In the top-rated Vail School District, Rockin' K is close to work, shopping, and services. Tour 18 model homes by top-tier builders, offering move-in ready homes and special incentives. LiveRockingK.com. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Our Window Depot coverage of UA football continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day pregame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now back to your hosts, David Kelly, the tight end Glenn Howell, and the captain Calvin Efon.
Ricino in as the running back. Fafita takes the snap out of the shotgun, looking, firing, caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Cam Barmore into the end zone.
That's a beautiful job, Noah Fafita. Looking the defender off to the left, turning to his right, and throwing a laser to Cam Barmore in the end zone. It was just a beautiful route by Barmore as well. He did almost what they call like a whip route, but turned it inside and got open in the end zone.
Last chance to see Cameron Barmore tonight in an Arizona Wildcat uniform. He has been a nice player to watch down the stretch of this season as he has come on at that tight end position, making big catches on third downs to move the chains and touchdowns as well for the Arizona Wildcats. So Cameron Barmore in his final game, lone season here with the University of Arizona, I'm sure looking to go out with a splash for sure. It is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. This is our final segment here from Snapdragon Stadium as the sun is beginning to set in the west. Behind us, the Pride of Arizona is out there. We'll see if we'll let you hear a little bit more of the Pride of Arizona here on the premises right now. All right, there you go. The Pride of Arizona, the Arizona Palms, the Twirlers, everybody out here in front of the tailgate, which is happening a little bit to our north here. And it is packed up. And the Wildcat tailgate had a much bigger tent, Glenn, than the folks down the other side of the lawn at SMU.
Yeah, they did. They did have a bigger tent. I mean, it looks like it's pretty crowded in there too now. But when we came here, it was a ghost town.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's all good, man. It's great to see all the people hanging out and seeing each other, and it's really like a reunion. All right, bear down.
Hey, no. Come say something on mic, my friend. Come say something on mic.
Bear down, Tucson, Arizona. Let's go!
There you go. There you go.
All right, right on, man. Right on.
Enjoy the game tonight. Enjoy the game tonight. That's awesome. Right there, the fandom. I want to shout out Nancy Harris, who came by. She said she might try to get by a little bit later, but she is one of the board members for the Beach Cats, which is the alumni club here in San Diego. We were thinking about maybe going out and doing our basketball show out at their bar tomorrow, but we probably are not going to do that just because the logistics of the place doesn't open until noon, so we really couldn't do the pregame show there. But we appreciate her, though, at least putting us in touch with the right people to potentially have a shot to do that show over there on Saturday. I'm going to stay over, so we'll be talking Arizona basketball from here tomorrow as well, as the Wildcats open up Big 12 play against the Utah Utes. All right, can we beat the book? Let's find out.
Tucson, it's time to beat the book. Will the Cats beat the spread? It's time to look at the numbers and find out how you should bet the book so you can beat the book. Bet the Book is sponsored by Casino del Sol. Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
All right, this is the final one of the season. Beat the book. Again, we don't know for sure who's not playing tonight. We pretty much have an idea that it's not going to be Dalton Johnson and Traden Stukes tonight. Nothing has been confirmed currently on that, and we're obviously not inside the stadium. I'm just checking to see if anything new. We don't get injury reports for these games because they're not necessarily official, so have not seen anything yet official from anyone on whether or not either of those guys are going to play. But we would imagine that neither one of those two guys is going to play in the game tonight. That's one of the reasons maybe the line has flipped a little bit from in favor of Arizona by 1.5 to now the SMU Mustangs by 1.5. Kelvin, though, how do you feel about that number and the Wildcats this evening?
Man, honestly, I'm going to have to go at it like those guys are playing, even though I'm pretty sure they're not, because what I know is they're supposed to be playing. So I got it a close game, Arizona 38-35 SMU. Same as the Cal game. I think Arizona has enough offense and fulfill the leadership to put us in position to get the field goal to win it.
There you go. I like Arizona in that one, getting that 1.5.
Holiday Bowl.
Holiday Bowl. There you go. I like Arizona getting that 1.5 point as well too. Again, this is a team that is not that has been able to control passers all season long. I think they're going to be able to do the same against Kevin Jennings here today. I don't foresee. Again, he may get some yards. I don't think he's going to get over 300 in this game. So I think the Wildcats. I'm comfortable taking the Wildcats in that 1.5 points.
Absolutely, I'm with you on that one, DK. I'll take the Wildcats with the -1.5.
No, plus. Getting 1.5.
Yeah, they're
now.
getting 1.5.
Getting 1.5.
I'll take that plus, and I think it's going to be a 41 to like 28.
No, both.
I think
we're going to see some points tonight. Is what both you guys are saying. All right, over under 51.5. Well, if we're going to see points, I would imagine everybody's taking the over today.
That's over.
Kelvin?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Kelvin,
yes, sir.
Kelvin on the over,
Definitely
Glenn on the over, me on the over. Okay, so everybody is taking the over and taking Arizona 1.5. We will find out if we can beat the book tonight.
That is how you bet the book so you can beat the book. Bet the Book is sponsored by Casino del Sol. Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Young man, pick up the mic there. You had a question. You can go pick up the mic there, my friend. Tell us what your question is tonight.
My question is, very nice stadium.
Yes.
But how do I listen to it here?
Okay, so do you have a phone?
My friend and I came over from Tucson. This is Joe and Don, and if you guys could please explain to me how we can listen to our Wildcats win a great football game, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, so do you have your phone with you? You have a headset for your phone. You do not have a headset. Okay, so WildcatsRadio1290.com. Download our app, Wildcats Radio 1290. And you can now. It'll be a little bit behind, so you're going to see what's happening before Brian actually says it.
Yeah.
It'll be a little bit behind, but WildcatsRadio1290.com. You can listen live to the game tonight. You should be able to get it on iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
KCUB on iHeartRadio. There you go. All right, before we get to keys to the game, I want you to hear from Seth Dagey talking about the Noah Fafita and Chris Hudson and the job that they've done together on offense over the course of the last few weeks.
If you go back to fall camp, it was there. Fall camp, they were in rhythm. I think Chris had an injury in fall camp that kind of limited him, and so he was never really healthy to start the season. And so, that's one of those things that, he was playing, but he wasn't 100%. He wasn't his normal self. And so for them to get back in the rhythm that they had in fall camp, because in fall camp he was the go-daddy, and everybody knew it. I think if you ask Danny, Danny's going to tell you, like, 4 was the guy. And so I thought he really, really progressed well through camp, and then he had a little setback, and then he had to get healthy, and then finally got healthy to where he felt confident, and they got back in the rhythm. And I know Noah trusts him completely, and obviously he's playing at a level that we expect him to play early. It just so happened circumstances didn't allow that, and now I'm proud of the way he fought through. This dude, if you were to ask a lot of people about Chris Hudson in the portal, you probably would have got some bad feedback. And he's been nothing but a great teammate. And the one thing that people don't understand about Chris is when I'm talking about the data and the player load and the catapult and all those numbers, by far, Chris Hudson is our hardest practice player. He prepares on the practice field as hard as anybody I've been around. He loves football, and he's done a great job of just buying into our culture and our red line standard. And I think that's why he's playing at a different level. Is he's truly progressed his his play style and what he believes in, and he believes in Noah too. Those guys, all those receivers believe in that guy. And like you said, I think they've just caught a little bit of a chemistry that they kind of developed early. It just wasn't clicking early just because he wasn't 100% healthy.
All right, let's find out what the Wildcats need to do to win this game tonight.
Wildcats fans, what are the big keys for today's game? Our keys to the game are brought to you by Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive Group, the dealership that is different.
Well, I'll start off, guys. One of my keys is going to be just what we heard right there. Another consistent game from Chris Hudson and Noah Fafita. The quick passing game has been so key down the stretch, and I've said it before. It's the kind of offensive passing game I've been wanting to see from this team for a long time, and we finally have an offensive coordinator that likes to get the ball out quickly and in a short range to allow his guys to go to work, and that's what we've seen from Chris Hudson, who has just really flourished here. So continuation of the quick passing game, and if there's guys not playing on defense, okay. Gavin Hunter, we saw you early in the season. We saw you make some plays. Everybody else that's come in has made some plays. Now it's time for guys like Gavin Hunter to step up back in. So I want to see strong play today from Gavin Hunter on the defensive side of that ball. And I think if Arizona continues to do the things that they've done the last 3 weeks, guys, they're going to win this football game here tonight.
Yeah, and my keys to the game here tonight is that, you know what, let's get them SMU in a panic mode by us just driving the ball, making long drives, sustainable drives, running the football, complementary football, running the ball, passing the ball, making third downs, just having long drives, and then that way possessions are very, very valuable, and then that's when they start panicking, they start throwing the ball, and we start getting turnovers. So that's what I like to see us, putting pressure on the quarterback, making sure that he's not a +1 on the running game, and then just make sure that we control him for Jennings, and just putting pressure on him, and then getting them into the second and third and longs. That's what I think is the key. And we got to have great special teams today.
Kelvin Ifan. Do we have Kelvin?
Yes, I'm sorry. You have to tackle in the special teams game. I think that's going to be very important. You have some time off. You didn't have a chance to do a lot of live tackling. So special teams tackling is going to be important. Second, you have to take care of the football on the offensive side of the ball. You can't give up fumbles, can't throw in interceptions and give these guys a short field. Don't want to give Jennings any extra possessions. And then last, again, I don't think you have to put some pressure. You have to keep Jennings contained in the pocket, and then try to finish through the receiver. So don't let Jennings get going.
All right, that's what we think the Wildcats need to do to beat the SMU Mustangs.
We just get hit by Ricky Hunter.
Can't win by 10.
The legend Ricky Hunley just came by for a little dap up.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, guys, final thoughts before we get out of here.
Hey, I think it's going to be a great evening tonight. I think that Arizona stay focused, get the cobwebs out. First couple of series here, and let's get back to playing Arizona football and win this football game.
Kelvin, final thoughts from you.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting game, man. I'm excited to see the Wildcats get out there and finish the season. They have a chance to win 10 games and put their name down as one of the top teams that ever in Arizona history to win 10 games and a bowl game and a big bowl game. So excited to see if these guys can get it done.
All right, thanks to Kelvin Ifan. Thanks to Glenn Howell. J.W. Madden back in studio. Coming up next, the Holiday Bowl, Arizona and SMU. You'll hear it here. Brian Jeffries, Lamont Lovett, bear down. Arizona, Mackenzie Hamilton, too, will be with you on the broadcast tonight. Enjoy it, folks.
We are the rush, the pulse, the thrill you didn't see.
All right, I'll clear. Thanks.
Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Club Soul at Casino del Sol, where Tucson's best just got better. Join Club Soul today and get $20 free play. That's right, your first play is on us. Play, earn, and unlock exclusive rewards that take your experience to the next level. More thrills, more perks, more of what makes Casino del Sol unforgettable. We are Club Soul, only at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
Not not this corner, just the caddy corner side on the that side.
Family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in